Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Good morning, everyone. I am Krunal Trivedi and my partner Palak Shah. Today we are going to conduct a lecture on implementation of Web 1 using HTML. So first of all, we discussed about introduction to Web 1. What is Web 1.0? Web 1 is simply an information portal where users passively receive information without given the opportunity to post reviews, comments and feedback, right? So it is nothing, it's a one kind of informative website, or we can say it's a one kind of informative portal where user can passively receive the informations without given any responses to particular website, or user cannot give any comments on particular website. So this is the brief overview of Web 1, right? And now we are slightly moving our topic on HTML, how we can develop Web 1 using HTML. But before we start HTML, which are the prerequisites for HTMLs? So here you should know about the web server. What is web server? Web browser. So first we discuss about web server. Web server is used to deliver a data and information from a server to a web browser. What is web browser? Web browser is a software applications. It is used to retrieve, present and traverse the information resources on the World Wide Web. So before we going forward, the concept of web server and web browser should be clear, right? After web browser and web server, there is few another concepts like website, what is web pages and what is home pages. As you know, website is a simply collection of one or more web pages. Web pages is a single disk file with a single file name, and home pages is the first page of website. So this is the basic overview of web gigabytes. Now what are the types of a website? So there are different type of website. One is informative website, second is transactions, third one is community, then entertainment sites, social networking site and other education sites. So what do you mean by informative site? Informative site by which we can only get the informations, right? Nothing. So that is informative website. These are the types of websites. Now we are just moving forward how the web is working, right? So first of all, this is the user, right? He or she interact with the computer, right? And he is using the internet. Here is a browser. There are different browsers used by the users. Here is the server. We can say it's a web server. Then what is the first step of web? How it is working? So first user send a request to web browser, right? Now what happened after the first request coming from the user to web browser interpret user selection and make a request from appropriate server, right? So users cannot communicate directly with the servers. So browser is required to interpret the request which is coming from the users, right? Now so browser send the request to a particular web server. After this, server accept that request and process that request from the browsers. Then once the server process the request, the browser is interpreted that response in particular user format, right? And finally it gives the response to user. So this is overall working technology of web, right? So there are mainly 5 steps. So users cannot interact with server, browser is required, right?
Okay sir, then I would like to add something like in this entire process the user's main facility is the use of the web browser. Okay.
Yes.
So can you please tell me like which service or which protocol is used to send the request using web browser?
Basically, the user can send their request with HTTP protocol, right? So HTTP request has been sent to a browser and web server. So HTTP protocol is main.
Okay, so which is running on port number 80 from the networking. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
So you told that Web1 provide just passive information gathering phase. We can make it sure like Web 1.0 is a kind of read-only web pages.
Okay.
Are there any advancements in Web 1.0?
Yes, right now Web 3 is running. But before we talk about Web 3, we should know about the Web 2.0. As I said earlier, Web 1 is only informative website. Users are passively interact with the website. But in Web 2, it is totally different. Now, Web 1 is only a readable format, while Web 2 support both read as well as the write. So user can give feedback, user can give feedback and the acknowledgement, as well as user can input something and user can get something. So that is a difference between Web 1 and Web 2.0. Any website like social networking is the example of Web 2.0, right? What is the meaning of social networking? Social networking means you can say it's a Google, Yahoo, today we are using Facebook. They are all example of social networking, right? So here we are not passively working, we can get something. Plus we can manage our data. Suppose Facebook, so we are uploading the video, we are sharing the photo to others. So at the end we are managing our data, we are managing our file. So that is the advancement of Web 2.0, right? And the latest version is Web 3.0. So it is a machine oriented portal, right? So everything is handled by machine. So the latest is Web 3.0, but today we are discussing about Web 1.0. So we are more focusing on Web 1.0.
Okay, so can we make it sure like that YouTube is also is example of Web 2.0, as all the videos which are available on the YouTube have been uploaded by the users?
Yes, definitely you are absolutely right. Web 2.0 is the YouTube. YouTube is the Web 2.0. Same thing, Wikipedia.
Okay.
Like YouTube, we can upload our own content on Wikipedia. In YouTube, we can upload our own video, right? So these two are the best example of Web 2.0. So after all, ultimately user is managing their own data, right? User can share their data, user can use others' data, user can view the details of the friends or other persons. So Web 2.0 is YouTube, and you can say it's a Wikipedia. You are right.
Okay. Can you brief something about the famous web browsers which are more user friendly and which are also widely used nowadays?
Yes, as you know, the Internet Explorer, it is already in the market before many years ago, right? So right now the people are using Mozilla Firefox, Netscape Navigator is there. Nowadays Google Chrome is there. So there are a lot of web browsers. They have their own functionality, right? But the core functionality is that they are just interpreting the user request and send to the server, and whatever response is coming from the server, they are just giving to the users. So the core functionality is same for all, right? So there are number of web browsers available in the market. See, after this HTML, the full form of HTML is hypertext markup language. So first of all, what is hypertext? You can say hypertext is a links within and among web pages and documents. It connects one document to another document. Simple, we want to connect more than one document, then we can use links. So it means hypertext, right? So HTML standards are developed under the authority of WWW, World Wide Web Consortium, W3C. So this website you can use for more details about the HTMLs, right? And all the standards of HTMLs are developed by the authority of W3C. HTML is the set of markup symbols, or you can say the code which is inserted in a file intended for display on World Wide Web browser, right? It is very important. So it's a markup. Why it is markup? So this is the meaning of markup. All the symbols or code which is inserted in the file, and they are display on World Wide Web browsers. So these are the basic concept of HTML. HTML documents, you can say it's a file, are saved with the extensions like .html, or you can say also with .htm. Once you prepared the HTML file, then it can be saved by .html or .htm. So it is very important to users. How can we save the file? So these are the extension for that, right? So what are the editors right now available in the market for HTML development code? So Notepad, it's a very easy. Everyone have the Notepad. WordPad is there. We can use WordPad also for HTML development. Dreamweaver, it's a fantastic tool for designing of particular pages. HTML controls are there, so you can use Dreamweaver. It's a very fantastic tool. Gedit is there. So these are the mainly editors the people are normally using to develop the HTML code, right? So what are the structures about the HTML? So majorly it is divided into two parts. The one is head. So what is mean by head? Head is contain the information about the document. Head is also contain the title of the page. Suppose we are developing the page of student information. So what is the title of student information? It is a title. Meta text, used to describe the content used by search engines. So these are the first part of HTML document. Head is there. After head, the second major part of HTML is body. Body contains the actual content of the document, and this is the part that will be displayed in the web browser window. So body is very important part of HTML document. Whatever we want to write on web browsers, everything is on body part. So these are the mainly two part of HTML document. So HTML have mainly the tags. Without tags, HTML cannot work, right? And the tags are surrounded with angle brackets, and whatever tags are there, for example HTML is the first tag of HTML itself. So let us see, there are two angle brackets, right? Second tag is head, so it is also used by angle brackets. So HTML and slash HTML, this is the last tag, and head and slash head. So these are the mainly tag in between we are writing something or we are writing the HTML code, right? So these are the mainly two tags are there. Now one more thing, HTML is not a case sensitive. You can write HTML code either capital or small letters, right? Even if you can write one character as a small letter or one character as a capital letter, so it is not a case sensitive. So you can write anything like capital or small letters. Now, and many tags have attributes. So here just P is a tag. P tag is used for the paragraph, and align is the attribute, right? Align means alignment. Align equal to, this sign is used for the attributes, right? Center, so whatever we write, that will be on center part. You can write left, you can write right, right? So these are the mainly attributes of paragraph tag. So we are focusing more about HTML tags. Nothing within the brackets will be displayed by the browser. So whatever you want to write, that will be displayed right between the brackets, unless the HTML is incorrectly written. If you are making some mistakes, then definitely it will display by the browsers, right? And second thing is that browser interpret the tags as a part of the content. So the tag itself a part of content. If you making mistake, it will be shown by the browser, right? And the attributes are the properties that extend or refine the tag functions, right? Like if you want to discuss more about the tags, you want to discuss about their functionality. For example, font. So font is a tag, but they that have different attributes like size, font color. So the additional functionality of font will be displayed by the attributes, right? So these are the mainly HTML tags. We are focusing more about the attributes. Yes, it is true. Multiple attributes can be used within a single tag. That is a very important part. Attribute belong after the tag like name. Each attribute should be separated by one or more spaces, right? You can left more spaces, you can left one space or two space, that doesn't matter. So you can use multiple attribute in a single tab by a spaces. So that are the golden rule of attributes, right? Please consider this while you are writing HTML code. Most attributes take the values which follow with equal sign, right? Suppose you want to write size is equal to 12, so equal to is required to identify the size, right? So these are the characteristics of attributes. So here you show, please see the sample HTML documents. HTML is the first tag of HTML document. Then head, suppose you want to make a heading of the particular page, then you can use head. Body, which I said earlier, the content of the document. So all the content of web pages are managed by body tag, right? When you are going to finish the body tag, you must put a slash sign over there, slash body. So if you are not putting slash over there, then your tag will not be over, right? So slash body slash HTML, this is the sample document of HTML.
Okay, so from within this sample document, are there any tags which are compulsory to mention while preparing the HTML file?
Yes, it's a good question. HTML and body tag, these two tags are compulsory, right? If we are not want any head or title, then we can release this tag.